Your author bio is one of the most important things that you have to market yourself to new readers, but the vast majority of authors do their bios really wrong. Now, if you're new around here, I am a professional social media marketing strategist and educator, and I have been educating entrepreneurs and authors on how to write valuable bios for many years. So I have a lot of strategies in place to help make sure that you're making sales from your bios and not making some very common mistakes. Let's jump in. When it comes to your biography, we have to keep it as short and quick as possible. Everything you're putting in your biography needs to be something that allows people to make a decision on whether you are going to be a helpful fit for them or not. Your biography is not about you. Your biography is about how you can help other people, in this case, your readers, deciding to read your books and to stick around and potentially to follow you on the social platforms and book buying websites. So you want to make sure that your bio is clearly functioning in a way that's going to say, oh, I understand who they are and why they could be valuable to me. So what should we avoid in our biographies? Unless it has something to do with the books that you're writing, you want to leave out personal information that's just kind of fun facts about you. We don't need to know about your kitty or your puppy dog, your favorite Starbucks order. We don't even need to know that you're a parent or where you're from. None of that information is valuable to your readers unless it has something to do with your stories. Now, location may be the one exception to this, as people may want to see local-based authors, but it's really a low priority for the space you have for your bios. Remember, we are treating our bios as if they were the blurbs on the back of the book. It has to be the highlight reel, the most important things, the thing that's going to sell the book. This is the thing that's going to sell the author. And your kids or your pets or your location or the things you like to do in the winter are not going to make any difference to your people, and they waste valuable real estate space. So we're skipping anything that does not get them to take action. Just because they identify with you, maybe on some of these things, does not mean that it is something that needs to be in your biography. Now, I will say, if you have things that you want to talk about, save those for two places. Your social media. This is how you're connecting with people and having those conversations. All of that information absolutely can go into that part of your marketing, but we do not want to put it in our biography. The other place is on your website. You should have a page dedicated to you on your website, and have your biography that goes on the book dust jackets or goes on your Amazon page or goes wherever. Have that there first, and then under it, have a fleshed out section where people can learn fun facts about you. Here is where you can talk about your favorite coffee order, or what you like to do in the summer, or the fact that you are a parent, or the world's greatest auntie, or whatever it happens to be. This is a way for people who want to learn more to be able to learn more about you, but is not going to be something that sells you as an author. All those fun things that you want to tell the world should be saved for your website and your social media content. With those things out of the way, what do we put in your biography? The first thing that you want is to identify yourself so that they understand who you are as an author. So tell us that you're an author and that you write in this genre or this trope or whatever it happens to be for the majority of your books. Very clearly, as if we were a 5-year-old, tell us the information we need to know. If I come over to your social media pages, or if I open the book and I read that blurb in the dust jacket all about who you are, I want to know what your genre is, because if you typically write outside of my genres, I may not move forward with that. But if I can see that you write in all of my favorite spaces, you better believe I'm going to be checking you out a little bit harder and a little bit more conscientiously. So you want to be very clear about who you are and why they should be following you, with the fact that you are a professional author who writes in these genres or these niches. After that, you may want to tell us any achievements within the professional space that could qualify you to be a little bit sparklier or shinier to us. So if you've appeared on national news networks, if you've won awards, if you have been on big websites or magazines, or signed at big book events, or spoke on stage somewhere cool, that information should absolutely go in your biography. That is going to qualify you as a high-value author. Anything that gives you a little bit of credibility, especially in this industry, is going to help you when it comes to your biography. Another thing that most authors forget is that you actually have to tell people where to find you and where to connect with you. We're giving them an open door invitation to reach out. This could mean letting people know that you're on social media, you're active and engaged, and people can find you on XYZ social media platform. You also may want to include your email address or your website. These are incredibly useful tools to get people into your space and give them them permission to reach out. A lot of people are of the mindset that authors are gods and goddesses high on the mountain that nobody can reach, and it's so far off and so impractical for them to try to reach out to you, because we know that some of the big name authors these days will not respond to things because they're overwhelmed or because they have the wrong mentality. But you want to make sure that you are available for people to reach out to you. So tell them where to find you. Tell them to follow you on social media for content, behind the scenes, extras, bonuses. Tell them that they can email you or go to your website. Give them the resources to find and connect with you, because when you create a community that allows you to have that engagement with people, you are creating super fans that will not only buy all of your books, but pull in all of their other friends and evangelize them on your behalf. So give people a way to connect with you outside of wherever they happen to be. You also have the ability to tell people how many books you've published and how long you've been a published author, but you have to be mindful that if you are giving specific numbers or time frames, you will consistently have to be updating those on all of your platforms as those things change. As you publish more books or as you've been in the process longer, you will have to update those numbers, which could be a lot of work for you. So if you are going to do something like that to add to your credibility, and that's completely fine, you just have to be mindful that you either use vague language that you do not have to constantly change. So I've been a professional author for over a decade. That could mean 12 years, that could mean 14 years, it doesn't matter. Or you are going to be going in and consistently being updating it on all of your platforms, your websites, etc. Your author biography has the power to sell you to potential readers, not just for one book, but for the entire lifespan of your author career. If you are constantly giving them valuable books that fits what they are desiring to read, you will be in. And if you let them know that through your biography, you're going to do well for yourself by giving them that opportunity to jump in right from the very start. More people are going to be more likely to invest in you time-wise and monetary-wise if they know you're going to continue to serve them in the space which they wish to be served in. So let them know right up front that you are the author for them because of X, Y, and Z. Here's why you're valuable, and that they should be spending more time with you and reaching out to form that connection with you as well. All of that other information is unnecessary. If you have a space where you've got a longer biography, feel free to add some things in if you want, but what's important to you is not likely going to be important to your audience, so save that for other ways. You can represent your family and your pets and all of those things in different ways inside of your author brand, but we do not want to put them in our biography because it just doesn't serve your purpose and could actually hurt you in the long run. If you got questions on your biographies, go ahead and drop those down below, and do not forget, when you're creating these biographies, start small and build out, because the social media platforms have very small biography spots. So what's the most important thing? The fact that you're an author and you write in these genres, that is the most important thing, and then build out from there so that you have different size biographies to offer when you are posting things on social media, when you are being interviewed for a magazine, when you are going to be on a national news network. You have all these different biographies of different sizes to show them so that they can pull what they are going to need best in order to represent you on the platform that you are being interviewed or displayed on. Questions, comments, drop them down below and follow along, because we're dropping daily videos to help you level up in the writing and reading space to make sure that you are thriving inside of the publishing world. I'll see you in the next episode.